Hello everyone, these are apparently the most anticipated games for July 2024. I didn't get this recorded right before July like I wanted to, so it's going to be later on that I'm finally done. I'm currently actually recording this July 8th, so some of these games are already out, but we'll get right into it. First up, we have The First Descendant. It released on July 2nd, 2024. It is releasing on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X, and PC. It is a free third-person cooperative shooter. It's an RPG also. The creators mentions like strategic boss fights. There's like unique characters you can play as. They talk about exciting gunplay and of course, being a looter shooter, getting that good old loot and all that fun stuff. There's all kinds of equipment that you need to grow stronger and all that fun stuff. It's kind of got an open world element to it because, of course, looter shooter, you want to explore and find ways to get different loot, maybe try out a different build, all that fun stuff. They also talk about the game featuring high quality graphics, which from what I've seen, I guess so, yeah. The game actually looks pretty fun. This one I'm actually pretty excited for. I'm gonna give it a try soon, I hope. The other games on the list, I'm not quite sure if I was actually excited for them. Later in the year, I'm excited for more games, and I'll make a video on that soon of like the other games coming out this year and all that fun stuff. Maybe I'll do a month-by-month basis like this one. Next up, we have Zenless Zone Zero, which released on July 4th, 2024. It's supposed to be in like set in a dystopian like an urban landscape. It has what they call a riveting narrative, like a sleek, futuristic aesthetic or look or whatever. Again, they mention unique characters. Everyone says unique characters nowadays. The game is pretty action-driven kind of combat and stuff like that. It is a gacha game, of course. I believe it is also made by the creators of like Genshin Impact. So MiHoYo or whatever it's called, I can't quite remember. This released on Android, iOS, PC, and PlayStation 5, and at a later date, to be announced, it is coming to Xbox Series X. Up next, we have Once Human, which is releasing on PC on July 9th, 2024. This one looks pretty weird. From any gameplay or story I've seen, I've watched like my favorite streamer play it, and it does look good. I want to play it. I don't know if I'll play it right away because I don't really play PC all that much. But I'm definitely going to give it a try, or if it comes to console later, that would be awesome, because it's like a third-person / first-person, when you zoom in on guns, blah, 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 stuff like that. You have, like, weird powers. It's like an MMO, RPG, looter shooter. It's really hard to describe, but it looks so weird, but so good at the same time. I can't really say much else besides that. Next, we have Alaskan Road Truckers, releasing on July 11th, 2024, for the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5. This already did release last year, I believe sometime in October of 2023, but of course, it's a trucking simulator based in Alaska. You're doing all kinds of stuff, taking things, places, refueling your truck. You actually have to get out of the truck and do stuff like that. So it's not like some of the other games where you're just in vehicles the whole time, which, I mean, those are fun too if you're into those kinds of games. So yeah, if you guys have been waiting for this to come up on console, well, here it is on July 11th. And next we have Darkest Dungeon 2. It releases July 15th, 2024. It has already released on PC. That was last May of 2023, but it is coming to consoles now on July 15th. That is the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X that it is coming to. And this one is like a kind of a, you're in a caravan, it's a roguelike game, and then that's like turn-based combat when you run into enemies and stuff like that. It actually looks pretty interesting the more gameplay I've seen. Like, it could be like a fun kind of strategy game I can see, because I like roguelikes, and the only caravan game I can think that I've ever really played is, oh man, now I can't think of the name of it. What is it? The one where you get dysentery and die. It doesn't matter. Next we have Gestalt, Steam, and Cinder, which releases July 16th, 2024 on the PC. And for all the consoles, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X, and the Nintendo Switch, it just says 2024, so it must not be releasing on July 16th, but later this year. This one is, from what I can tell, kind of a steampunk cowboy lady. You're using guns and weapons. Combat actually looks pretty fun because there's like a level up system, and it looks like you can unlock new abilities and perks and things like that. The best way I can describe it is it looks like a Metroidvania. So actually, that's not bad at all. It looks pretty fun from what I watched. It was it was very surprising. I was like, ooh, I might actually be grabbing this one. I don't always get the most anticipated games, but so far this one really caught my eye. I was like, oh wow, I actually like that one. And then the First Descendant has caught my eye, and before that I was into Once Human, of course, and I'll eventually play that. But yeah, check out Gestalt, Steam, and Cinder. It actually looks pretty good. Alright, this next one kind of weirded me out a little bit when I saw the title, which is Nobody Wants to Die. That releases July 17th, 2024 for the PC, the PlayStation 5, and the Xbox Series X. It's set in like a futuristic alternate reality version of New York in 2329, so pretty futuristic. Immortality has become achievable apparently in this game, but it comes with a steep price is what it says on like the tagline of the game, or like when you look up stuff about what the game's about. So it's mainly a detective game. It's first person from what I can tell. Get to solve mysteries and stuff like that. I bet the story's actually pretty interesting with a premise and title like that. So hey, if it sounds up your alley, you should definitely check it out. And next we have Flintlock: The Siege of Dawn. Comes out July 18th, 2024 for the PlayStation 4, the PlayStation 5, the Xbox One, Xbox Series X, and the PC. And this one is looks like an action RPG kind of thing. You have different equipment you can find to upgrade and level yourself up. The story, I don't even know really what's going on. I didn't really check out this one too much. Gameplay looks fun enough, but I don't think I'll be getting it. But from the research I've done, it's pretty anticipated. So hey, you should check it out if it looks up your alley. All right, and last up, sorry if I botched the name of this one. It is Kunitsu-Gami, Path of the Goddess. I don't know if I said the first part right, but this gameplay, whenever I saw the actual combat is when I actually became interested in this game. The angle of the camera and the art style weirdly worked together for my brain, I guess. It actually looked appealing, but everything before in the trailer that I watched a couple times, anything like that, didn't really scream to me. But then I saw, it was just weirdly the art style and camera angle just for whatever reason clicked, and I was just like, man, I might try that just because of that, I guess. I don't know why. But Kunitsu-Gami, Path of the Goddess comes out July 19th, 2024 for the PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X, and PC. If you made it to the end of the video, I guess I should explain how I figured out which games were the most anticipated for July. So there were games that, one, I heard of, and two, some games that I actually were anticipating, which there's games later in later months that I'm actually anticipating. Some of these just happen to be ones that caught my eye after they came out, like the First Descendant and Gestalt, Steam and Cinder. That one actually looked pretty good. And Once Human I've known about for a while, and I actually want to play it, but as I mentioned before, I don't play PC games a lot, so it'll be a while before I try it. Unless it comes to console, and then I'll probably try it faster, because I'm just more of a console guy for convenience and ease of use and control. And I know you can use controller on PC and all that fun stuff, but I just don't want to mess with PC stuff. So I went through forums, Reddit, Twitter, Facebook, just what friends have talked about, games that they have seen that they're anticipating. So I did some actual research, I skimmed through some stuff, and these are the games that were mentioned enough that I thought, or were talked about enough, that I would say were anticipated enough for me to put into this video. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks so much for watching, and subscribe if you're new.